to another installment of WGS-TV right here on YouTube.com. I am Double B Billy Boudreaux, and this is going to be my Monday Night Raw review for the week of June 25th, 2012. And this starts the week of Vicky Guerrero's reign as interim general manager of both Raw and SmackDown. Now, we opened the show with a very good, well, technically the show opened up with AJ apparently practicing what she's going to say to Daniel, Bryan, Kane, and CM Punk. Apparently she was going to, with them all, you know, cut off her ties and whatnot. And then we get a very good elimination match. Daniel, Bryan, Kane, and CM Punk. Apparently, they're going to be going somewhere with this storyline, from the way it looks. You know, it wasn't just for stuff at No Way Out and whatnot, but King, at one point in the match, King was about to chokeslam CM Punk. AJ came out and just did her thing like she did last week. She skipped around the ring, distracted Kane, and Kane got to go to sleep, and CM Punk eliminated him. And then Daniel Bryan kicked the crap out of CM Punk behind, excuse me, and got the win. And because of that, at Money in the Bank, we're going to get the rematch that we've been waiting since Over the Limit, Daniel Bryan versus CM Punk. Now, will they build up this match the exact same way they did at Over the Limit? You know, just no build it at all, or just go by the name Daniel Bryan and CM Punk? Who knows? Who knows? But look at the way that came out. How epic that match came out. And you know what? I know I haven't watched it yet, but I've heard a lot of great stuff. I know the Over the Limit DVD is out, and when I get my paycheck Friday, I'm definitely going to be picking that up along with the Falls Count Anywhere DVD. So, oh, speaking of which, just a quick question I want you guys to answer for me in the description, in the comment section below. Do you guys want me to do a live pickup video of those two DVDs? You tell me. So, anyway, again, just to reiterate, Daniel Bryan will be taking on CM Punk at Money in the Bank for the WWE Championship because of his win at Monday Night Raw. As far as this match goes, I'm going to go 4 out of 5. I thought it was a great opening match. Kudos to the way they opened it up. Next up, we had Big Show and Brodus Clay. Now, again, I've already said it, gone on record, and by saying this, you know, Brodus Clay needed to work with Big Show because of his experience as a big man's wrestler. And I believe, even though the only thing we really saw out of Big Show and Brodus Clay was a beatdown of sorts, you know, I believe that Brodus Clay probably learned a lot, in my personal opinion. Now, for those regular fans out there, they're saying, well, Big Show beat up Brodus Clay and beat him in the match last night. You need to look at it from my standpoint. A guy who's actually in the wrestling industry as a commentator. You gotta look at it from my point of view. Brodus Clay probably learned a great deal from Big Show just in that one match. Just in that one match. Because I'm telling you what, they probably went in the back after that match was over, and they probably talked about what went down in the match, what to do, make sure everything was perfect, and what he's supposed to do as a big man's wrestler. And if Paul White can actually bestow that kind of information and his experience onto Brodus Clay, it can only make Brodus a better big man's wrestler. A better super heavyweight wrestler. And I believe Big Show has done that. So look for better things to come out of Brodus Clay, whether it be with this gimmick of the Funkasaurus or not. And speaking of which, apparently now we're getting the start of a new feud that's been going since the pre-show match from No Way Out. And that's Brodus Clay and David Otunga. I really want to see where they go with this, because apparently David Otunga is no longer the Well, he can't be the lackey of John Laurinaitis anymore. But that's probably what we've got now. So I'm going to go ahead and give this thing a whole score. I'm going to go 3.5 out of 5. Because I'm really looking forward. I can't believe I'm actually saying this, but I'm actually looking forward to what they do with Brodus Clay and David Otunga. And by the way, guys, for those of you who are thinking that Brodus Clay's injury is legit to his knee, go back and watch it. He just fell down. He didn't wrench the knee like Chris Sabin did in TNA. His knee didn't blow out or anything. He just fell down. That's it. And I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna up the score to 4 out of 5 because Brodus did a wonderful job selling the knee. Wonderful job. Kudos to Brodus Clay for selling that knee beautifully. You know, even though you see it on replay, he's just falling down. The way he sold his knee injury, I believe, really tells what kind of future he has and what he can do. You know, if he can sell a knee injury like that, he can sell all kinds of moves. So I'm going to up it to 4 out of 5 just for that. Next segment, Kane is talking to AJ, and King is trying to explain to AJ that he's not the relationship type. And people called Kane nuts, but Kane called her psycho and wants nothing to do with her. AJ starts crying, and then she starts laughing. Where in the bloody hell are they going with this? Because I liked AJ as the gamer chick. I liked her as the gamer chick. I wish I could find a gamer chick. But, I'm serious about that, by the way. But now they have her going. So, who knows? Who knows? Next up, it was the United States title match, Santino Marella and Jack Swagger. WWE has just shit all over the United States title. And that's exactly what they've done. Just crapped all over that belt. You know, I have nothing against Santino Marella. Yes, he's entertaining. Very, very entertaining. You know, he's great. You know, he knows how to work the crowd. He's a funny guy. And I can see why WWE's kept him on. Because he knows how to entertain the crowd. He knows how to make people laugh. And he's got a knack for it. He's got a very good talent for making people laugh out of control. He's very, very good at that. Wrestling-wise, he's okay. But now they had him defend the title against Jack Swagger, who, ever since his debut in the WWE, has kind of gone the route of Ezekiel Jackson. He has just fallen far. You know, he's got in-ring talent, does Swagger. Yes, he does. Does he have mic skills? Hell no. Swagger has zero mic skills. That's why I love the fact they paired him up with Vicky Guerrero. But now what they've done with him, they kicked him to the curb. He doesn't have Vicky Guerrero as a manager anymore. So now he doesn't have someone to talk for him. He doesn't. So, who would I rather see with the United States title? Santino Marella or Jack Swagger? I'm going with Marella. I'm going with Santino. The matchup in itself, it was okay, though. Just average. 3 out of 5. And next up, we had John Cena, and for the life of me, I don't know why he or somebody told him it would be a good idea to recall last week's events with Laurinaitis as Star Wars. Now, for those of you who still don't know yet, I am not a big Star Wars fan. Now, I'm not going to shit all over the films. I'm not going to say the franchise is bad, because it's not. I'm just not a fan. Okay? I'm not going to hate on something simply because I'm not a fan of it. Okay? That's why wrestling haters out there shouldn't hate on wrestling just because they're not a fan. Okay? So, be that as it may, yeah, it was entertaining. It looked like one point Cena was trying to, I guess, I don't know, maybe, I don't know if it was planned for him to start, laughing and during his promo and, unable to keep a straight face or whatnot. But next up, we had the return of Chris Jericho. Now, way to go, WWE. You build up the return of Chris Jericho by promoting the fact that he was going to be on Raw with his band Fozzy. But do you do that? No, you don't. You don't. You lie to all your fans by saying Chris Jericho was going to be there with a performance by Fozzy. And you said that's what WWE promoted. Tell me I'm wrong, guys. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me that they did not promote the fact last week on Raw that Chris Jericho was going to be back with his band Fozzy. Because I was telling it to everybody on Twitter, everybody on Facebook, and all the guys I know on Skype that Jericho was going to be there with Fozzy. Did they do that? No. However, the main purpose of the segment, was to announce that Cena and Jericho were both going to be in Money in the Bank. But Vicky Guerrero came out and kind of confirmed it. But there's only going to be 4 people. 4 people in the Raw Money in the Bank. Big Show, Kane, Chris Jericho, John Cena. All former WWE champions. I don't know how I agree with that. But then we also have the main event announced. John Cena and Chris Jericho. That is epic. 4 out of 5 on the segment, despite the fact that it was boring. The next up we have the return of this week's Raw legend. And of course, Heath Slater came out saying he was the ruler of the world in his promo. And right off the bat, as soon as he said that statement, bam, I knew who it was. Sid. Psycho Sid. Sid Vicious made his return to Monday Night Raw. So apparently, we get the rumor, the thought that they were going to scrap the idea of Heath Slater getting beat up by Raw legends week in and week out until the 1000th episode of Monday Night Raw, but apparently it's back on. Because Sid beat the crap out of Heath Slater. 4.5 out of 5 in this match just because we got to see the master and the ruler of the world back on Monday Night Raw beating the crap out of Heath Slater. Although I've already seen a few people here on YouTube marking out to that, I'm going to go ahead and openly admit that I too marked out when Sid came out. And then we had a number 1 contenders contract on a pole match between Dolph Ziggler and Alberto Del Rio. Now, the way this played out, this was for a championship match on Friday Night SmackDown. Both men came down with the contract, but they couldn't control it in a sense. Nobody could, get a firm grasp on it. And Sheamus came out and said he had talked with Vicky Guerrero, or as Dolph referred to as Dolph's grandma, and said that it was going to be a triple threat match, or the way Sheamus said it, triple threat. No offense. But, so yeah, it's going to be Sheamus, Ziggler, and Alberto Del Rio for the World Heavyweight title on Friday Night SmackDown. That I'm looking forward to. 3.5 out of 5 on this one because we didn't... I was really hoping to see maybe a clear-cut number 1 contender, but now we get 2. Who knows? Although we did get to see Ricardo Rodriguez get punted right in the face. Next up, we had the Bikini Battle Royal. Boner time until Vicky. Oh, Now, let me say this. AJ, fantastic. Rosa, hot. Alicia, I love chocolate. Then you had Oksana, Maxine, I'm trying to, Tamina, okay, Natalia, wow. Beth, really? They could have put something better on her. Something better. But then Vicky, oh, ugh. I'm getting a little nauseous thinking about that. But AJ wins the Bikini Battle Royal. I thought that was great. But they had Vicky jump up and down. Let's just say this. I thought we saw more cellulite on Rikishi's butt. But then Vicky proved us wrong last night. I would go 4 out of 5 on the Bikini Battle Royal if Vicky Guerrero hadn't entered it. I'm sorry. Then we have the main event with Chris Jericho and John Cena. Great match if it was not for the predictable run-in by the Big Show. Yeah, Big Show says, I'm off to bigger and better things. But they have him do the same thing. Go after John Cena. So much for bigger and better things, huh, Big Show? So much for bigger and better things. 3.5 out of 5 for the main event. I deducted, it gets that score because of that predictable run-in from the Big Show. I really wanted to see a clear-cut winner with Jericho and Cena. I really wanted to see a clear-cut winner with Jericho and Cena, but we do not get that. We do not get that at all. So, overall score for Monday Night Raw this week, I'm going to go ahead and go 4 out of 5. I thought it was a decent episode of Raw, despite the few run-ins. Great to see Psycho Sid after all this time. Even though he has aged a bit, he still looked in pretty good shape. He looked in pretty good shape, especially for the fact since 2001, when he got his leg broken and probably one of the worst injuries ever in a wrestling ring to date. There is nothing that can compare to the horrifying and horrid injury of a compound fracture of your leg inside the squared circle. And that video is still up on YouTube if you guys want to see that. But I have to warn you, it's very graphic. But the Bikini Battle Royal, it was okay if it wasn't for Vicky Guerrero. So I'm going to exclude Vicky Guerrero from my mind. But and say the Bikini Battle Royal, very uplifting experience, if you guys kind of catch my drift there. So what I want to know is, what did you guys think of Monday Night Raw this week? Do you agree with my ratings? Do you agree that the show was a 4 out of 5, or do you have a different score? And if you do, why do you have a different score? What, did you see the show the way I did, or did you have a different viewpoint of Monday Night Raw? Be sure you put your comments in the comment section below. I look forward to hearing what you guys have to say, as always. Don't forget to check out youtube.com/ZFXTV. Yours truly is on there as well with WGS-TV. Also, don't forget to subscribe to youtube.com/WrestleGamer. Remember, when we reach 1,000 subscribers on WGS-TV, I will have the first ever WGS-TV DVD giveaway, but it only happens at 1,000 subscribers. So, with that being said, I'm Double B Billy Boudreaux, saying thank you very much for watching.